Hey guys, welcome back to the Sunday Roll YouTube channel. It's been a bit of a wet, quiet week, this one. We haven't been able to get out and do any fun, so we're going to do a bit of maintenance on the bikes today, and I'm going to run you through on how to do the air filters on the Honda and the Yamaha. Super simple process, but mandatory maintenance if you want to keep these things in running order. So we've got the Honda, we've got the Yami. Pretty easy. All we're going to need to do this today is we're going to need, so we've got the shop rags that we need. I'll use some gloves. We've got the Phillips head screwdriver. We've got the 10mm socket, and we've got some air filter oil, and we've got some cleaner. It's a super simple process. Should only take a few minutes, and we'll get into it. Here we go. First things first, we'll start with taking the rear cowling off with the 10mm socket. Slides backwards like that. After removing the cowling, you come in with your Phillips head screwdriver and remove the screw that's holding the air filter case on the back. So at this point I'll glove up. Gets a bit oily and messy. Just carefully peel the air filter off. And we'll place that down for inspection later. While we're down here, we'll have a bit of a look at the inside and do a bit of an inspect to ensure that the air filter's been doing its job and there's no air on the inside of the casing, which should be nice and clean where this one is, so we're looking good. So we'll run a bit of an inspection on the air filter. It's probably should have been changed a little bit earlier, but it was a dusty day that we're out there. It's probably only had a couple of rides, but it has been dusty each time. Want to have a bit of an inspect on it. Doesn't look like there's any tears, rips. So we'll go ahead and give this one a bit of a clean, and then we'll get it re-oiled and put it back in. So I've got a just a bucket here with some warm soapy water. I used to run the twin air system with the solvent when I had the bigger bikes, and now I just run this one. Super simple, I don't do it very often, and the filters are tiny. So what I'll do is I'll hit it with this, and then I'll go through and give it a bit of a degrease with some solvent as well at the very end, just to make sure I've got it all out and let it dry. Do this for a few minutes. Don't wring it out when you're doing it, just squeeze it. If you wring it out, you can change the shape. It's got some biodegradable solvent and cleaner. Just let that do its magic. As you see, it comes up very good, clean. So we'll go ahead and reinstall this shortly. While we're at it, give the airbox a bit of an inspect, get any extra parts out, any extra particles out of it whilst we've got it apart. Alright, that's all dried up now. Given a good inspection, everything's fine on it. Giving the airbox a bit of a clean out as well. What we're going to do now is just go through and apply air filter oil. I just use the Motul. Any quality one is going to be fine. It's important not to over oil it. I'll show you a little trick, doing it in a second. Just massage it in. This is where it can be handy to have a little tub with it already in there, with the twin air little system that you can usually use. You don't want it completely saturated. So at the end of it, if you're getting some webbing on there when it comes back up, you shouldn't be able to have it dripping, otherwise you restrict the flow of the filter. At the end I usually do a little press onto a rag just to make sure there's no dripping parts coming out. That's it, easy as that. So while I'm here, I'll give the inside of the airbox a good little clean out as well, making sure we haven't got any built up dirt. Just with a little clean wipe. It's all clean, which is good. Go ahead and refit the air filter. Just be sure of the position you're putting it back in. There are specific holes that need to line back up. There's 3 little pinholes. Make sure it's all sitting flush against the filter housing. Does make it easier with a long shank screwdriver if you have one. You can get out past the shock tower. Seat housing back on. Once your seat housing's back on, as I said, I've usually taken the gloves off by now. Just makes it easier, you're not spreading mess everywhere. Easy as that. The Yami's done. It took a few minutes. Remember, this is just the way I do it. Make sure you check your manual before you do it yourself if you've got any questions. Alright, we'll get on to the Honda. Alright, now we'll get started on the Honda. This one here, you're just going to need a little stubby screwdriver. There are 2 Phillips head screws holding the rear of the filter housing on. Take them off, and again on the other side. The rear housing just pops off then. Alright. So the housing's popping off. With the housing off, you can just sort of slide it back out of the way. From there, your retention cap comes out, along with your filter. You just pull him out and it's got outer ring. Simple as that. Quick inspection, a little bit dirty. You've got the retention plate on here to separate that off. Pull the O-ring off. Same process as before, just some warm soapy water. Just using a squeezing motion, not wringing it out. Alright, let's put it back together. Same trick with the PW. Don't want too much at the end. You want to get that webbing effect to know that you've got sufficient oil in there and a quick damp off with a dry cloth. Alright, let's put it back together. Alright, so putting it back in, same as reverse. Sliding your filter back in. There is a little plastic piece that has to align on the housing. Lines at the top. When you line them back up, the housing goes back in together and you're good to go. Well guys, that'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching. 2 easy ways to do your air filter. As I said, this is the way I do it. Check your manual for both of you. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.